Good morning. Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Uh, okay, today is January 2nd of 2024, and today, let's take today. Today I need to call my um, eye doctor because I'm scheduled for cataract surgery in both, no, not my ears, both eyes. Um, one eye, and then after that, uh, the other eye. I'm already scheduled, but now they've been closed the unit has been closed. Uh, well, you could call in, but they don't answer the phone like you can't. It automatic, it answers, and you can get them to call you back or try to or something like that. Um, but my problem was, they the eye place set me up for surgery for January 3rd. Today is January 2nd, by the way. Um, and before you can, there's things you have to go through. Um, and one of the things you have to get is from a doctor a form filled out. Very simple, but now, I knew this, and I contacted, my doctor, and they haven't been able to schedule me, and they're not going to be able to schedule. I have um, I have an appointment for let's see. I have an appointment with the doctor to have this form filled out. The doctor has to see me and my doctor, and that's for January 11th. So I need to call, of course, today. I'm sure that my eye doctor knows that, okay, that I'm not going to be there tomorrow because they haven't got that paperwork that they have to have. And of course, the second surgery for the eye was scheduled for January 11th, and I think that's the day that my eye doctor, yes it is, that's the day the day that is scheduled for the second surgery is the day that I'm supposed to go to my regular doctor and have him fill out the form, and it's a very basic thing. I'm not saying that they're wrong, I'm not saying that they're wrong to have that form before they, proceed or whatever. So anyway, that's what I got to do today. Now tomorrow, I think it is, January 3rd, I live in an apartment complex in, where do I live? Fort Worth, Texas. And Spectrum, the cable company, has made a deal with the apartment complex that I live in that Spectrum will be brought in here. I'm not sure if they just run a special cable in that brings in high-speed internet. Supposedly we're going to get in a couple days $500 down for $59 or something like that a month. And we will not be dealing with Spectrum, the customer, the people who live in the apartment complex here. We won't be having to deal with Spectrum. We'll just deal with the office here. And if they get 500 down, that will be great. I'll cancel my setup with Verizon, I think it is, which is, let me show you. Let's go over here, and we go down here. Now I've signed up with, and I'm not going to go over the things with Verizon. I mean, I'm okay with Verizon, but if I can get 500 down for less money, this is Verizon now that I'm connected with, and I haven't been set up all that long with them. Now I'm supposed to get 300 down. I haven't seen 300 down in a long time. And a lot of times it's, instead of what is this thing just registered 142, a lot of times it's been, like 80 or something like that. Even a little bit less. So tomorrow I'm going to, go to the office and sign up for this. I mean, I really hate, I hate having to go through this because, well, I'm not going to repeat it because it just takes up too much time. Watch previous videos if you're really interested in the situation. Now, this situation of the way this is apparently going to work, and I'll ask tomorrow when I go, they're having a meeting at the office here, and to sign up the, customers, and I'll be one of them. So, I mean, I used Verizon for years, and they were a horrible company the entire time. I paid them for a terabyte down. I never got a terabyte down. I paid them a long time, and settled for less, speed, but I still paid them. And then when I had to deal with them, I'm not going to go, I've talked about that. And they made me, when I finally called to cancel the service, that's when I went with Verizon. When I called to cancel the service, I mean, they made me, I went ballistic. I mean, I yelled and screamed on the phone to them. I mean, they just drove me mental. If I'd been there in person talking to them, they would have had me arrested, or they would have had their security throw me out, or who knows what would have happened. So, and now, of course, see, but the understanding is that the people who live in this apartment complex will not be dealing with them. The office will be dealing with them. We won't pay, we don't pay the, pay them. We pay, when we pay our rent, we will pay the extra $59 for whatever, now my concern a little bit is, I want to ask, like, if they know, okay, how does this work? Do they bring in a cable, that can handle, the load, all of, Now, the only two people that I've talked to since this was, announced like last week or whatever, the only two people, neighbors here, that I talked to, neither one of them are going to go with the, you know, the office deal here. Which, it doesn't bother me because I'm worried about if everybody signed up, which I guess it appears they're not. If everybody signed up, then would they be able to handle the load? And then are we going to get slow service, and how slow would it be? I'm interested in that. So, got to call the eye doctor today. Hopefully they're answering the phone. Now this is not a small, office. This is a big complex. They must have 20 or 25 eye doctors, they're doing, I guess, a lot of, cataract surgery, that type of stuff. I definitely need to get it taken care of. I mean, it's really gotten bad. I should have done this a year earlier. I put medical, I got some medical problems. And usually when I go to, I go like every 6 months or something to the regular doctor. Well, I sometimes put that off. But when I go in, I don't expect, like my ex-wife, when she goes to the doctor, she goes to a whole bunch of different doctors, and she calls the doctor's offices, and she does, all this kind of stuff, and I like, I'm a man, that's what men do, right? Is that the way it is? I don't. I've got some things I need to have taken care of, but like when I go to the doctor, I think usually, every 6 months, but actually longer. I think usually, okay, I'm here because of, I just tell them one thing. I figure if I can get one thing taken care of, just one thing, okay. But to go in there with, multiple things, I don't think, anyway. I don't know anything about medicine, so, doctors or anything like that, so. So anyway, today, as soon as they can open up, I'm going to call the eye place, because they're expecting me tomorrow for surgery, but they must know because they haven't gotten the form that they need, which is very basic. And I think it's a kind of a cover your ass type of situation, because, they're doctors, and the eye doctors are eye doctors, but they want, your doctor to give them this form that, and I think it's just sort of, cover your ass. Okay, well, his doctor said that it was okay for him to, what is that form? Well, the doctor said that it was okay for him to have a general anesthetic, topical anesthetic, a block, or a MAC, whatever that is. And he's cleared for surgery in an ambulatory surgical center setting. And he's cleared yes or no for general anesthetic. It's a cover your ass type of situation. I don't blame him. I understand that, if there's lawyers out there and there's people that'll sue. My father, he was actually, scared of doctors and medical type, things. Anyway, his doctor was convinced that my father was convinced, the doctor was convinced that he had cancer, because my father smoked, nonstop Camel cigarettes all his life. Um, and he had some complaints, and the doctor couldn't find anything. And so anyway, then they put him in for, an exploratory. And so, luckily he had a thoracic, anyway, whoever, I don't know anything about medicine, the doctor that was doing the surgery and his family doctor, was in there too to assist. And his family doctor was convinced that, that my father had cancer. And so they kept sending specimens, cutting, and sending specimens down to the lab, and they came back negative, 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 negative. And then the surgeon saw something. This is a good surgeon, by the way, a really good, surgeon. And then the surgeon saw something and cut it, and it was my dad's aorta, the major blood vessel. Blood went everywhere. And my father's doctor came out. I was in the waiting room with, my mother. And, he came out to the waiting room, which was filled with visitors or people, or people who were having surgery done, that they had family members or something in there. And he came out with these scrubs just covered with blood, my father's blood. And he told my mother, Betty, I'm not sure we can pull him through. We made a stupid mistake. We cut into it was his aorta, and we're doing the best we can. And my parents didn't sue, and my father did, survive that. Although I wonder what toll it took on him. Toll. I wonder what it, And then many years later. Of course, my father was an alcoholic. My mother was an alcoholic. My father was an alcoholic. By the way, I don't drink. But my father got where he wasn't eating at all. He was just drinking, period. And he got where he couldn't even stand or whatever. So he was taken. I didn't intend to get on this subject, but he went to the hospital because he couldn't even stand. He couldn't walk, couldn't get up. Couldn't stand up. And it's the same doctor, not the surgeon, but the same doctor, his doctor, up in the room. They decided to do it in the room, not to take him to surgery, but in the room they were going to go in and I think, take a little piece off of his chest bone or something, like looking for cancer, which they never found. Anyway, my father was terrified of doctors and hospitals and that kind of stuff. And that threw him into, I think he heard the noise, and I think he smelled the bone being ground or whatever, and he coded. And they took him to the intensive care unit, and the doctor told my mother, and I was there too, he's in the intensive care unit, but, I forget how it was put now after all these years. So, my mother, I never called my mother and father or anything like that, or dad or anything like that. I used their name always. So if I seem like I'm stumbling over it, it's because, I called my mother, Betty, and I called my father Jim all my life. So that's why if I'm stumbling a little bit, that's what it is. So anyway, Betty, said, what should I do? And I said, he did not want to have tubes down him. He didn't want to be in the kind of condition he's in now. Tell him to discontinue the, life support system. And she did. And she didn't sue. Now, I worked hospital security for 30 years, and God, I don't know how many years after all this, took place with my father, the surgery, where they cut into the aorta. Uh, I was working at a small hospital that was part of the big hospital, and but small town. And at 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever, not just that night, but I had to escort out some nurses to their cars, and they were surgery nurses. They'd been called in, for surgery, because surgery is open Monday through Friday or whatever, and unless it was an emergency surgery or something. So I walked them out to their cars, and we were talking, and I forget how it came up. They said, well, to me, you worked down at the main research medical center. I said, yeah, I did. Everything. And I said, now, I wonder, were you in surgery when my father went blah, blah, blah? And they said, oh, yeah. Wow. That's your father? That was your father? Yeah, we still talk about that. That thing is still talked about. Or whatever. And I said, wow, So, today in a few hours I call the eye clinic. Now there's no way they should be able to get me in without this form. So I'm guessing they're going to put off my 2 surgeries further along, which is, well, I do need to get it really, it sort of hit, well, it was happening, but then bang, it's unsafe for me to be out walking in the morning when the sun comes up if I'm out, and I'm going to do that here in a little bit to go to the donut shop. Because of the sun being down low, when it hits my eyes, I can't, I'm having to hold my, I'm outside like people think I'm probably saluting or something, trying to block it out because I can't see. And so I have to take care of that today, and then tomorrow I'm looking forward to getting set up with this new internet service. Now this is not something radically new or anything like this. I watch Tech TV, is it? They have all the, and they're out in California, and I don't watch all their shows because they must have about 15 or 20 of them, things going on. But Windows Weekly and Windows Weekly pretty regular, and then sometimes the thing on Chrome and the thing on Android cell phones and Android cell phones and stuff. So, and that's what they have out there in that small town in California where these shows originate, and they've talked about how they got high-speed, inexpensive internet, into that small town. And then I remember them talking on several shows about in Los Angeles and whatever, where a high-speed line is brought into a office building or an apartment building, and they get high-speed internet that way, and they get really high-speed internet, and they're not paying very much, paying less than I've been paying for forever, So I'm hoping this is going to be the same thing, but I am concerned, one, that you can't believe a word that Spectrum says, and I don't want to be dealing with them. I dealt with them for years and years, and so I don't want to be, and that's the way it's going to be set up from what they've said in the office here, that we won't pay them and we won't deal with them, and we're going to get 500 down. Now, if it's not 500 down, if it's 450 down or whatever, okay. If there's a whole bunch of people using the, whatever. So, but I'm looking forward to making this change. Although Verizon is working, and you just saw the speed. I'm paying for 300. I'm not getting 300, but so we'll see what happens. So that's today, the eye doctor situation, and then tomorrow I'll see about the internet situation. I wonder. Well, we'll know. I wonder how many people here are going to, take this deal. I know one guy that's lived here for a long time, and he gets 30 down. He gets 30 down. He pays for it, and he's not going to pay. Of course, he hates Spectrum. I think everybody hates him and deals with him. And he's not going to pay whatever it is, $45 or whatever for the monthly that we will be paying on our rent bill. So I don't think I have to worry that everybody is going to sign up, because the only two people I talk to in here are not going to take the service. They're going to stay with whoever they have now. So I don't think I have to worry that everybody in here is going to sign up and expect to get 500 down. But from what I heard from Twit TV, the people in these places, like the Twit TV people, they're getting high speed, brought into them, so anyway, to a new subject. I've been working. I'm still not being paid by Google AdSense, or let us say, YouTube. They owe me at least $300, and I'm finally making some money. I'm not getting it. I'm making some money for the first time, and I've been with them I've been with YouTube since they started, 2005. So I don't know when I'll get them. They owe me, I think, $300, and then maybe some more. But their Google AdSense, God, dealing with them is unbelievable, complicated. They don't like my state ID. They don't like my bank situation. I don't want to go into detail about it. They might be not a good idea to do it for security type of reasons or something. Don't want to give anybody any ideas that they can somehow mess up my account or something. So I've been working for the last few days. Well, I've been working my entire life since 1982. I was, that's how long I've been online, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I've been working on trying to make my site better. And let me see if I can, let's see here. I have a gift list set up on Amazon, and there's a link. You'll find it several places on it, whatever. These are the items on, I think I could actually take this off. Let's see if it's, delete, okay. I need to make, you can have a number of lists or whatever, and I think I just have the gift list, I think. I can't remember. What I'd like to do is Now you can use this link and you can come over if you want to and purchase something for me. Anyway, well, I'd like to go to Apple. I'm 82 years of age and I've never touched an Apple computer. I take that back there. You'll see that I ordered in a Palm device or whatever from Apple, and or whatever that's called, whatever that one was called. I had it for like a day. It wouldn't let me. You have to create, if you're going to deal with Apple, you have to have an Apple ID. I couldn't get it. It wouldn't accept. What I put in, it just wouldn't accept it. So I sent it back to Amazon. So I have a wish list, and I need to. You can have other lists, by the way, for things. What I need to do is not throw into this wish list things that I want to remember myself to buy for myself when I can afford it. And I need to do that, but because I keep throwing things in to put it on this list, and this is something. These are things I want to get. I just can't afford them right now. But I would like, kind of late in life, I'd kind of like to, especially with the new chips and things that Apple has. Okay, I have a list of Amazon. These are things that Amazon is selling that have been renewed, refurbished, or something like that. And I don't create the list. They create the list, but there's a link to it. And I think you might find some good deals, some good deals there. I've ordered very few items that have been I don't think I ever ordered a camera. I don't think I did order a computer. Yeah, it's not working right now, but a Dell computer for $120, I think, that was refurbished. But I don't like some things. I don't like a scratched up, like a cell phone or a tablet or something. There's other things, yeah, you can, but so anyway, but this is renewed. I think it's a good link. You might want to check it out. I really haven't checked it out that much. Let's see. Let me go back and see here, which you're not seeing. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I can close this one, which you've already seen. Okay, this is you've already seen it too. Okay, you've seen that list. Okay. Okay, back to, I'll take you back to here. Okay, Amazon store. Let's see, is this? Okay, you haven't seen this one. Well, I hope you've seen it, but this is my pick, and I have not kept it up to date. But it's available, and this is items that I, recommend, or not necessarily recommend. It's items that I bought that I want to make some comment on and say, this is like my keyboards. I got like right now about 7 or 8 keyboards, stuff like that. And a couple of those things I really love, and a couple of the things, like you might love, but that's um, like the DOS keyboard. It was like, I think, about $300 when I got it years ago. I love it, but um, the keyboard is not lighted, and I really need it, the keyboard to be, lit up. But then there's some keyboards that are interesting, and I just talked about one in the previous video here that was really interesting, and it's a DOS keyboard, by the way. But so I want to put those things on there, but then there'll be some comments. I don't think I've made comments enough about. Let me click on this. I think this is the one okay, this is, I have bought about 3 B-Links. I have this headset. I have basically this Amazon Renewed, and that's the one that worked out okay for me, and I still have it. I forget what the problem with it is right now. There is a problem. Nothing major, but there is a problem. I also have, by the way, this mouse pad. But so I need to work on this thing. I've still got the link where you can go to, go here, but I need to go in and update these things. And what I've done is just listed them, and then I need to go in and actually fill out let's see if I can find one where I did put okay. I have, I'm using right now a Samsung Galaxy Note 8, or it's in the Note 9. Oh, I can't tell you because I got the case on the thing here. And I have this 34-inch monitor. A ex-wife is using it. I'd really like to have it back, but she really likes it because she plays solitaire on it and a few other things like that. She's not playing. Name some fancy things that everybody plays. I can't think of any of them because I don't play them. By the way, I also have not this specific one, but I have this, one here. No, I don't have the Samsung, but it looks exactly like which one I have, which I really don't like. What's it called? It's on the shelf there, but anyway. So, but I do need to go through, I want to go through and update these things. So let me, let's see, let me shut this down. I do think today I'm probably going to hook up my Chrome, because I got rearranged things here. This desk is just about completely empty over here now. And so I think I'm going to I need to keep it simple and things, but I've got a Chrome book and a laptop, whatever. I'm going to put it over there. The only thing is if I put it over there, I'm not going to want to use I'm not sure if I will or not. I want to hook a monitor up to it, and then if I hook the monitor up, I got to go, blah, 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 and I think I may just stick with this today, keep it simple. But anyway, these are things I need to work on. Let me go back over here, which you can't see. Okay. Playlist. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think this is something. Okay, let's go. let's go over here. Okay, I was going down the list here. Okay, here is this is actually, you can go to YouTube slash, you know, whatever. But if you go to YouTube slash HNBBS, you come to my same site. But things are arranged a little bit, you have some options that if you're coming here regular that you might, like. Because like here is things for you or whatever. And it might be something that, that you like based on your, Then here is play all, videos play all. Here is popular videos. Here is my Washington, D.C. videos, which aren't all that popular, really. And then there's multiple playlists here, like which ones? Florida and stuff like this. Also, there's this, which you probably never find, but there's stuff like this. I mean, these videos you'll find, but and this is something I'm going to be working on. Things down here. So let's go back to. Well, let's go here, and let me close this. That, by the way, that's the one I'm using right now on my desk right here that you saw, the world, mouse pad. Okay, I'm going to close this. This is what you're seeing now. Okay, I'm going to close this. Oops, no, there's something else. Okay, other stuff. Okay, let's go back. Okay, that's where we are. Okay, I showed you. No, okay, this is just the data. It's not a link. Okay, so close that. Well, let's go out here or something. Community. I need to work on this this thing here. Oh, I love this movie, Jojo Rabbit. Great movie. I really love it. Yeah, okay, this is, what is this category that shows up here? If you look around, and there's some other stuff. So this is Jim Howard's playlist. And I don't think I've put in, I think I never got around to really, okay, I recommend the Mary Trump show with the Randy Rainbow stuff. Anyway, so there's a whole bunch of, let me just go back here. Now let me go to YouTube stuff. Let me go to YouTube stuff. Okay. So, it's not 6 a.m. yet, but I'm going to be calling the doctor's offices. I hope they're not expecting to see me there tomorrow. I don't see how they could be, since I don't have that form that they need. So, it was really cold here yesterday. I'm not sure. Whoops, okay. Oh, crap, man. I may go back to my other cell phone. This is I can't tell you what it is. It's a Samsung 9 or 10. No, it's a Samsung 9. That's what it is. Okay. Okay, let's see. Has a nice display on it, but it just it's too much. I'll go try to take a picture, which with my eyesight now, I'm not doing any good at that. Take a picture of the full moon or a planet or something like that, and if I'm going to make like a video of it and put it up, start taking, something's going to pop up immediately and ask me something. And it stops the video. If I'm recording a video, it'll pop up and stop the video. Wanting to know, do I want to know what the temperature is or something like that. And this is, like a great display. And there's a lot of power in here, but I guess I'm not smart enough to be able to figure out what to do with it. So I've got Motorola Stylus, the 2022 version, which works great. And I can pop the chip out of here and put it over there, and I'm in business. But now I've turned on some extra things with this so that it knows that I'm automatically, and it's connected to my Windows site. So that they're working together. What's going to happen if I move that chip back into the, Moto G Stylus? Is it going to be smart enough to, or is it going to keep? Am I going to get errors messages saying, well, you're not? Do you want to be connected to? So I don't know what to do. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Wow, this is 47 minutes. Oh, Jim. Also, I don't think the microphone, okay. Testing. I think there might be a delay in this. I really need to reboot my computer. I need to go with an Apple computer. I really need, I think before I make a video, I need to reboot the computer. It seems to be, not always, but in order to get them in sync. Okay. Well, I can show you that, can't I? No, I can't. Well, I could, but I need to make a change to and I don't want to do that. I want to say thanks for watching. Please give a thumbs up. Please, if you give a thumbs up, click the other thing there, because then you get an email or something informing you that Jim just did a video. Please use one of the playlists or something like that if you can. What else? Whatever. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.